Hey guys, welcome back on the channel. Today we're gonna talk a little bit about this whole AI agents narrative in crypto. It all started with Virtuals, right? And many more developed after it. But this is of course something that comes with high risk. I mean, if you look at something that just goes from under $1, 5x in a matter of a couple of months, if that, we're talking about a crypto bubble and suddenly everyone forgot about memes. Well, not everyone, obviously memes are still a big chunk of crypto and DeFi, but overall Virtuals took the crypto world by storm and now they were the latest big thing. Everyone was jumping on it, but right now we're seeing a dip. So the question is this the point in time to get in, or did the bubble burst and now we're looking at something which will die out? Well, in this video I'm going to share my opinion, obviously, and I think this is not going to be a narrative or a trend that it's going to die out. So if you are looking to invest in it, I think this is a very good point in time to do it. That's why I didn't make a video before on my channel. I don't like to just follow the hype and do videos when things are at all-time high. I know that brings a lot of views. Everyone is very curious about it, but also from what I have learned so far in crypto, people tend to be led by FOMO, and I highly advise you to do not fall for it, because FOMO will lead you to not so solid financial decisions. And if you are in crypto, you shouldn't be gambling, because most of the people are, and that's why most of the people don't make money. So right now we're at the point where we're at the $1.50 per token. If you look at the past on the chart, this was the first type of peak that Virtuals experienced. So I wouldn't consider this to be a high risk investment, so to say. Of course it's still high risk, but when the whole momentum shifts, that's when I personally buy into the things that I potentially missed out before, and Virtuals was one of such cases. I did miss out on Virtuals initially, and then I decided not to go in because it was a too big of a bubble being generated, and I don't like to take part into bubbles. I like to take more responsible risk, if you know what I mean, right? So right now what happened is that all of this money that went in slowly bled out, and we're looking pretty much at a pyramid. We had this dip here in mid-January. The response was a couple days after a new peak at roughly $4 per token, and since then it's pretty much been downhill. But if you see value in Virtuals, in the whole AI agents narrative, this would be a very good point looking at the chart to buy in and see where it goes. And of course, I also like to bet into things that also have utility, although that doesn't need to be the case for you to make money in crypto. You have a whole craze around meme coins that have zero utility, but me personally, I like to also buy into utility. Although, to be honest, I've also been buying some meme coins lately for the past 6 months. I didn't expect to be doing that, but yeah, here we are. And I'm providing liquidity to quite a few meme coins on several different blockchains. And the reason why I think Virtuals is one of the more solid options to buy in if you want to buy into the whole AI agents narrative, it's because they bring infrastructure. They allow people to create and launch their AI agents, their own AI agent. You can come here to the virtual protocol and see what's going on. There's different agents. AIXBT, this one is one of the most popular and successful ones. Luna also, along many others like Vader, Sequoia, among many others. So you get the idea. They will all have different utilities, different characteristics, but overall they're all AI agents. They are all self-learning, and I don't want to use the word sentient, but to some extent they can interact with information online and on crypto Twitter, make their own decisions, control their own wallets. So if you buy an AI agent, you also become a shareholder of its own, and you are going to share the wins that that AI agent will experience, right? So if you want to go into something more solid, of course, I think buying into the virtual protocol, that's going to be the safest bet, so to say. Now, that's not the only infrastructure of AI agents that we have. We also have on base Cookie.Fun, which I did quite a few videos on providing liquidity to Cookie.Fun. Since both protocols, Virtuals and Cookie, are infrastructure and very successful protocols in the AI agents narrative, it just means that if that narrative still has a long way to go, this is definitely a good point in time to get in. Last time we saw $1.50 was in early December. A couple months after, we're back at it, and we have pretty much the same thing happening with Cookie DAO. The last time we saw 20 cents per token was back in late December actually. So this one took off a little bit later than Virtuals, 2-3 weeks after it, but at this point in time we're pretty much at, I wouldn't say square one, but still good opportunity to go in. We look at the trading volume for the past 24 hours. There's still activity in the market. We are over 45 million for the past 24 hours. Market cap is 71. I don't really like to use market cap to analyze things. I like better to go into liquidity pools because liquidity tells us the whole thing. Liquidity is money in there. Market cap, well, it's just numbers, right? For example, this market cap isn't the same thing as the liquidity on different markets of Cookie DAO. If you sum up all the liquidity, of course, it's going to be a much lower number, right? So let's use DEX screener to sort things out, just to give us an idea of volume and liquidity going on for the past 24 hours. So you see this pool here on Binance Smart Chain, it has over $500,000 in liquidity. Volume for the past day almost double. On base, it's even better, $200, a little bit over that in liquidity. Volume 1.6, so pretty much 8x volume to liquidity ratio. In this pool we're pretty much one-on-one, still a very good metric. This is a smaller pool, I wouldn't pay much attention to it. Another one with over $500,000 in liquidity and more than that in volume. So overall I think there's still a lot of activity. I don't think that the market has died down for these protocols. And how about this one? 1.1k in liquidity and almost 50x that in volume, and on SushiSwap. By the way, I did a video on SushiSwap, and don't miss out on that DEX in this year of 2025 because it's still very profitable, although it doesn't have the TVL of others, and this pool just goes to show that. So now let's go on and see what's happening with Virtuals. So Virtuals, 391 millions in volume for the past 24 hours. This is overall, right, accounting all markets. On DEX screener we have this pool, Virtuals paired with Ethereum. So volume is at 12 million. Liquidity is 8 million. We still have higher volume than liquidity, but let's search. So a quick look here at all the pools listed on DEX screener. We see, so this is the pool we just saw, 1.5 million, volume 34 million. So with Virtuals, it's even more profitable actually as a liquidity provider. It has much more volume than compared with Cookie. In case you're wondering, and in case you also are interested in providing liquidity, this seems to be also a very good actually project to provide liquidity to. 300k, 10 million in volume, 3.5 million, 23 million in volume. So we get overall really great results regardless of the DEX here on base, but on PancakeSwap 192k liquidity, almost 3x that in volume. So overall this shows me that we might be at a low, but it's probably a good point in time to get in, even if you don't want to hold long term and wait for new all-time high or at least a new pump that allows you to get some really nice profits. It's still very profitable to provide liquidity to both these tokens. So this brief on-chain analysis shows me that there's still a lot of activity in these markets. The AI agents narrative is probably not done yet. Probably a very good point in time to get in. Not financial advice, just my personal perspective. I did get in before. But anyways, I would also love to hear yours in the comments. Did you buy in? Are you providing liquidity to this? Are you holding for a new all-time high? What are your thoughts on the whole AI agents narrative? We could go deeper even. And by the way, we could definitely be using Cookie.fun and its whole infrastructure to do some research in more depth, trying to find an AI agent with a lot of potential still for earning as a liquidity provider or trying to buy the dip. And looking at the top agents, AIXBT, 9 million liquidity. So the trend just keeps on repeating itself even with the AI agents, the tokens themselves. We have here more than 3x volume to liquidity, and in these top ones we always have higher volume than liquidity. Then we have Enlo. This one is pretty much one-on-one, but the general take from this very short and brief analysis is that there's still a lot of volume happening, and if there's volume happening we can profit from it. That's why I like to provide liquidity, and that's why I'm not really concerned just to see prices going down, because I did some videos on Cookie.DAO before on providing liquidity, and I have been farming liquidity mining, whatever you want to call it, yield farming at around this price range at this all-time high. It was generating a lot. I mean, at least 10% a day. All the profits I took from that allowed me to open new positions and keep on farming here. And at this point in time, I'm not really selling those tokens that I'm getting by providing liquidity. I'm taking profits in the shape of Ethereum. We're looking at the chart of the pair Cookie USDT, but I'm in a Cookie ETH position, and the way I take profits from it at this point in time at a low point for the price is just taking Ethereum, but I'm not really selling these tokens at this price because I'm betting that they will go back up in the future. But again, guys, let me know in the comments what you think about it. Are you bullish on this whole AI agents narrative or not? I would love to hear from you. If you have any suggestions for future videos, I'm probably gonna do something focusing especially on Cookie DAO. They have some really cool staking options ongoing. You can stake Cookie tokens and farm, for example, Game Dev Agent. All the other farming pools are over, but this one is still ongoing, and you stake Cookie, you get more Cookie. The pool capacity is at 20%, so it's still pretty early to get in on as of now. And that's another pro of providing liquidity. All the Cookie that I'm getting that I just told you I'm not selling, it's going here on the farms and it's generating some more Cookie. So it's going to be risky. Yes, if the price goes even further down, that can be a loss, but I'm hoping not. And it's always going to be a bet. You need to have conviction in crypto, otherwise you're just following FOMO and probably taking some losses. I know I did when back in the day I was just following FOMO and not having any sort of plan for taking profits, for investing. So guys, if you enjoy exploring crypto as much as this is the channel for you. Even if you're a complete beginner, I try to make these things very much beginner friendly. So what you're waiting for? Subscribe, like for more of this type of content. Thank you for watching. Take care. Let me know what you think about in the comments, suggestions for further videos even. Thank you for watching. Take care. I'll see you on the next one.